Okay, so we're all playing with these super powerful AI models, right? But if you ever felt like they just hit a wall, like there's a hard limit to what they can actually do for you in your daily life? Well, today we're going to look at a new open standard that's designed to just obliterate that wall. I mean, think about it. You use your favorite AI assistant, you ask it a question, and boom, you get a brilliant answer. It's fantastic. But what happens the moment you need it to interact with your world, with your stuff? And that's the core of the problem, right? It's living in this walled garden. It has no idea about that document sitting on your desktop. It can't peek at your calendar, and it definitely can't jump into your Gmail to draft a message for you. So it's this brilliant brain stuck in a box.
Well, what if we could give our AI the key to get out of that box? That's exactly the idea behind something called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP for short. It's an open standard that's being developed by the team over at Anthropic.
Honestly, the best way to wrap your head around this is to think of it as the USB-C port for AI. You know how USB-C finally gave us one universal way to connect everything, our chargers, our monitors, our hard drives? MCP wants to do the exact same thing, but for connecting any tool or any data source to any AI model.
And look, this isn't just some abstract pie-in-the-sky idea. We're talking real, practical stuff. It means you could literally connect your AI directly to your Google Drive or your team's Slack. For developers, it means you could build a set of tools once and then use them in any code editor you want. And maybe the best part, it creates this whole ecosystem of shareable, open-source servers that everyone can use and build upon. Okay, so how does this universal port actually work? Let's pop the hood for a sec. Underneath it all, it's a really simple client-server relationship, which is what makes it so powerful and, easy to understand.
It's actually a really elegant setup. So on one side, you have the MCP client. That's the AI application itself. Think of it as a desktop app. It's the one that's asking the questions like, hey, what can you do for me? Then, on the other side, you've got the MCP server. Now, this is the part you build. It's a totally separate program that holds all your custom tools and data, and its job is to listen for the client and respond with a menu of all the cool things it can do.
So you want to build one of these servers. Where do you even start? Well, it turns out every single MCP server, no matter how complicated it gets, is built from just 3 super simple building blocks. They're called primitives, and the whole philosophy here is just elegant simplicity. By just focusing on instructions, data, and actions, you can pretty much build any integration you can dream up.
First up, you've got the prompt. Now, this isn't just a one-time instruction you type in. It's more like a reusable template. So imagine you have a perfect resume reviewer prompt. You can save that and then use it again and again, just feeding it a new resume each time.
Next, we have resources. This is just static info. It's stuff the AI can read and understand, but it can't, execute it. It could be a simple text file, a markdown document with some notes, or even data from a spreadsheet. It's basically just giving the AI some background reading material. And finally, this is the real game changer, the tool. This isn't just data. It is an action the AI can actually perform. We're talking about real code it can execute. Sending an email, calling an API, processing an image. Basically, if you can write code for it, you can make it a tool.
So let's see how these 3 pieces click together, kind of like Legos. You could kick things off with that resume reviewer prompt. That prompt, in turn, could pull in a resource, like a pre-written email template file. And then finally, it could trigger a tool, a function that actually uses that template to write a draft email with feedback for the candidate. See how they all work together? All right. Theory is great and all, but let's get our hands dirty. Or at least, let's see how you'd get your hands dirty. We're going to do a quick walkthrough of the high-level steps to build a simple personal assistant. Let's call her Ava, and she's going to help us with our emails.
So if you're using Anthropic's Python library, you'll see the code is actually super clean and straightforward. You just initialize a server, and then you use these simple little tags. They're called decorators, like @mcp.prompt, @mcp.resource, and @mcp.tool to define what your assistant can do. Once that's done, there's even a built-in dev tool, so you can check that everything works before you ever connect it to the actual AI.
So you might be wondering, how in the world does the AI know when to use the tool you just built? Is it magic? Nope, it's actually much simpler. The AI literally just reads the description you write for it. That plain English text inside the triple quotes, that's the secret sauce. That's how the AI figures out, aha, the user wants to write an email. I should use this tool. It's incredible. Okay, so let's pull back from the code for a minute and think about the big picture here.
What does a universal standard like this really mean for the future of how we all interact with AI?
So if you're going to remember 3 things from all this, make it these. First, tools are automatic. The AI is smart enough to use them on its own based on your request. Second, prompts and resources are usually manual. Those are things you pick from a list. And third, and this is the most important one, because this is an open standard, the entire goal is to create a shared ecosystem where anyone can build and share their cool creations with everyone else.
And that's really the grand vision here, isn't it? One port, one single protocol. No more walled gardens, just a seamless, easy flow of information and action between you, your personal data, and your AI assistant. So the question I want to leave you with is this. When these barriers finally come down, when your AI can safely and securely access the tools and data it needs to really help you, what's the first thing you're going to build?